All right, the YSL case. It actually did get interesting. Like, cause everything was going up and down. People was just saying stuff. Like, bro, I was like, let's get to the spicy shit. When Brian Steele, Young Thug's lawyer, got held for contempt of court, I was like, yeah, I need a lawyer like that. I need a lawyer like that that's gonna fight for me like that. Now, granted, Young Thug has a lot of money, so most people don't have access to the best fucking lawyer that you could possibly have access to. But, bruh, this nigga is on some fucking what's that nigga name from the TV show? Better Call Saul. This is like, I need my lawyer to represent me when I fall down some steps. We all need a lawyer like Brian Steele.
At 5, a heated argument leads to an arrest during the YSL RICO trial today. Young Thug's attorney Brian Steele was held in contempt for refusing to reveal private information about a conversation between the judge, state, and key witness Kenneth Copeland. Steele refused multiple times before requesting a motion for a mistrial. The motion was denied and Steele was put into custody. Now, just last week, Copeland was arrested on the stand for refusing to reveal his age. Since the beginning, 11 Alive has been in court for the YSL RICO trial. Right now on our website, we have an interactive timeline of all of the key moments dating back to Young Thug's arrest over 2 years ago. You can read the full timeline right now.
Damn, it's been 2 years? Time is flying. Time is flying. He's done 2 years already. Now, granted, Brian Steele basically got held of contempt of court because he tried to make it seem like the judge was trying to force YSL Woody to testify. Now, this is supposed to be the star witness of everything. He's the person that knows about Nut being killed and all that other stuff, and he's been showing his ass out. Now, people are saying he's smart, he's playing this system, but if you already, this is my opinion, if you already gave it up in the interrogation room, all they want you to do is just, whatever you said in the interrogation room, say the same thing you say when they ask you to. I don't know. I don't think he that fucking smart. I don't think he playing them. If anything, he just make. I don't know. Maybe he might be cooking. He might be cooking. But if you was gonna act like this when it's time for you to testify, then you should have act like this during the interrogation room, because he was snitching in the interrogation room. But I digress. Let me see. He might be cooking.
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know what. No, I guess I don't.
That nigga forehead is crazy. All right, let me stop.
A man who goes by the nickname Lil Woody might be one of the most entertaining witnesses we've seen so far in the RICO trial against rapper Young Thug out in Atlanta. And that's saying something. We have some of the top moments from Kenneth Copeland's testimony over the last few days. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Hey there, everybody, this is another Law and Crime legal alert. Have you
skip
less than 10 questions and check your eligibility? Absolute drama. But honestly, what do you expect in this case with all of its twists and turns? I'm talking, of course, about the case where Atlanta prosecutors allege that Williams is one of the founders of YSL, or Young Slime Life, which they claim is a criminal street gang that has been terrorizing the city. It's part of a wide-sweeping racketeering, or RICO, indictment where Williams and his co-defendants are charged with numerous crimes. The defense says that this is just a record label and there's nothing more nefarious that's going on. Now, this trial has been a little bit of a circus because, for one thing, it has been going on for what, almost a year and a half? And by the way, almost a year of that was jury selection alone. Well, now, one of the witnesses that we had been anticipating and that we were looking forward to hearing from was Kenneth Copeland. He had been mentioned many times in prior testimony and was seen speaking with police.
They already got him talking. Oh my God, they already got him in the interrogation room. Bro, they already got him in the interrogation room. He's snitching with no food. They just gave him a cup of water. Nah, if I'm going to snitch, you going to make sure my stomach full. Motherfucker, you better go to fucking Chick-fil-A or something. I ain't snitching on an empty stomach. Fuck that. But yeah, he already said, well, he basically gave it up in the interrogation room. What you think? Because you in a courtroom and you're not going to say what you said in the interrogation room, it's not considered snitching? It's the same thing.
In an interrogation tape that leaked online, he was supposed to be a star witness for the prosecution because he had previously told investigators that Williams was connected to criminal activity. But if prosecutors thought they were going to have pretty solid evidence in the form of Copeland's testimony, or it was going to be smooth sailing, they were disappointed. Why do I say that? Well, Copeland, who also goes by the nickname Woody or Lil Woody, was very uncooperative from the beginning. Before he was
You should have just asked for a fucking... Yo, bro, these niggas be killing me. So why not in the interrogation? And I am not a street nigga. I want all the street niggas in my comment sections. I am a fly on the wall. But if you're not gonna cooperate now, then when you was in the interrogation room, why not just ask for a lawyer? I mean, I don't know. Maybe his financial situation. Who knows? Cause Thug, that nigga got a fucking Sal Goodman ass lawyer.
Called to the stand on Friday, June 7th, his attorney announced to the court that he didn't want to be there and he didn't want to testify.
So, Your Honor, Mr. Copeland is here. I can state as his attorney that he intends to exercise his Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incrimination. He does not wish to testify in this trial. And I would ask, there is no other, he's not on bond, he's not on probation, there's nothing like that. I would ask that he be allowed to leave this courtroom without being compelled to testify.
Okay, now the prosecution had given Copeland what's called use immunity. And that means that whatever he would say on the stand during this trial couldn't be used against him legally. Well, at least by the state. It seems there's some concern, maybe on Copeland's part, about whether he could end up with federal charges. But anyway, putting that to the side, when you're granted use immunity and the court compels you to testify, you really can't plead the Fifth anymore because you're right against self-incrimination.
You signed off that shit. Bro, he signed off that shit, bro. You had your signature on the paper. You feel me? You gotta come to class now. You gotta snitch. I get why. Because pretty much once I understand your life is pretty much they're not gonna help that nigga. They're gonna use him to snitch on half these motherfuckers, and then they're gonna throw him right back in the fucking neighborhood that he's from, and he is good as dead. That's the reason why he don't want to testify. You think they're gonna protect that nigga? They ain't gonna protect that nigga. The system is not built to protect you, my nigga. They're gonna use you. They're gonna be like, all right, well, if you testify, if you agree, if you cooperate, we'll make sure that you have to do no jail time. But niggas don't understand. It's what happens when the court is over and all that other stuff, and you gotta live your regular life all over again. Nigga, your life is at danger. And you snitching on the biggest nigga out in Atlanta. Them niggas ain't gonna help him.
The nation is essentially protected.
What's your pleasure? I said, what's your pleasure, sir? Do you wish to give testimony? I know you don't want to give testimony in this case, but you've been given immunity in this particular circumstance, use immunity. So, are you going to testify?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Mr. Copeland,
He said, yeah. Okay, I guess that's the game plan. When he just don't, when they ask him questions, he don't fucking answer them. I guess I don't know.
afternoon. Do you want to be here?
Ma'am,
Do you want to be here?
I'm here.
Okay. Wait, are you gonna let me ask you some questions?
Okay.
How old are you?
Grown.
Okay, what does grown mean?
I'm an adult.
Okay. And when you say you're an adult, what number in years are you?
They try to, that's how they warm you up. Ask you about your age, where you from, where you attend school. How do you know Young Thug? Did you guys used to be friends? Did his mom used to cook you up a nice little Thanksgiving dinner? You know what I'm saying? They try to warm you up, and then that's when they try to get you to snitch. They gotta butter you up before you snitch.
I plead the Fifth.
Mr. Copeland, given the fact that you have invoked your Fifth Amendment privilege, but the state has already given you immunity under 24-5-507, this court holds you in willful contempt, and we'll see you on Monday. And we'll see if we can get some more testimony at that point in time. Take him into custody.
Yep, Copeland was held in contempt of court and he was taken to the Fulton County Jail for the weekend. He was back on that Monday, and this time he at least answered questions, but getting the answers that the prosecution wanted was a little more difficult. I mean, even on basic questions like, how old are you or where did you go to school proved to be complicated.
And when you were young,
It ain't complicated. That nigga ain't trying to get smoked when this shit is over with. Yo, this nigga look like a low budget Tyrese. That nigga had his script. All right, let me stop.
did you go to school?
Yes.
Where did you attend school?
I don't know. I went to a lot of different schools.
Okay, what are all the schools you went to?
I don't recall all of them.
Or just tell me some of them.
I only know one, Slater,
Later. Is that elementary school or middle school?
elementary.
Why you don't remember what middle school you went to? Did you go to middle school?
I think I stopped. I did.
How long did you go to? Did you finish middle school?
Overruled. Yeah, I think.
Okay. Did you go to high school at all?
Yeah.
All right.
By the way, let me give you some context here. According to the prosecution back in 2015, several of the YSL defendants were involved in the murder of Donovan Thomas, also known as Big Nut, an alleged rival gang member. Now, Shannon Stillwell and Diamante Kendrick, two of Williams' co-defendants in this trial, they have been charged in connection with the shooting, and Williams himself is accused of renting the car that was used in that alleged murder. The prosecution, they needed Copeland to confirm that he knew these men, but even that was like pulling teeth.
Can you take a moment and look at those pictures?
That nigga not even trying to look at the Yo. Oh my God. Where's the Boondocks when you need it?
Please look at those pictures.
Do I have to look at them?
Yes. I'm going to start first with Stacy Exhibit 350 Yankee. Tell me if you recognize individual Stacy Exhibit 350 Yankee.
Let's see if you're going to go with the script.
I recognize myself.
Okay. Do you recognize anybody else in 350 Yankee?
Myself.
Do you recognize anyone else in 350 Yankee?
Their face is covered up.
Okay. Do you see someone's face who's not covered up in 350 Yankee?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you recognize who that person is?
I can hardly tell.
Okay. Is that Shannon Jackson? Your Honor, at this point in time, I'm turning to impeachment. Do you know someone by the name of Demekion Garlington?
Street name.
Little D.
For sure.
No! You were supposed to keep You were supposed to say no. I never heard of him in my life. You're supposed to keep the script going. Oh, all right. Let me see if he. Oh, you're not supposed to admit to them that you know him.
How do you know Little D?
I didn't birth him.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I almost birthed him.
You almost birthed him?
Yeah.
Tell the jury what do you mean by that?
I mean, he my son.
Oh, nah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. All right, now. I get you trolling. I'm gonna let you troll. But testifying and calling me your son is crazy.
Okay. And let me ask you this. Do you know another person who's referenced as Little D?
What you mean?
Do you know someone who's called Little D from Cleveland?
Oh, I heard of him.
You heard of him. Okay, we'll talk about him.
You said what now?
Tell me who you recognize in 380 Yankee.
Oh, me and Coco.
Who's Coco?
The ugly boy right here.
Okay.
And the prosecution also needed to connect Copeland with Williams himself. So they tried to get Copeland to give evidence of their friendship, but Copeland appeared hesitant.
My question is, when he was not in the studio and you hung out with him, where would you hang out with him at?
We used to do fun stuff, like go to like bowling alleys and stuff like that. He went to the kids' football game, I remember. I've been to the club with them. I've been on shows, I meant, I'm correct that.
You said on shows?
Yeah, like when I watch him perform.
All right.
Now, Mr. Copeland and his testimony, or lack thereof, it had a bit of a ripple effect. Why do I say that? I say that because according to Williams' lead defense attorney, Brian Steele, he was told that the judge, the prosecution team, Copeland, and a stand-in attorney for Copeland were all part of an ex parte meeting, which is when they meet secretly in the judge's chambers, one-on-one with the judge. The defense is not present. And the defense argued that this was highly improper to have a private meeting with a sworn witness when they had no idea this was going on, especially when some of what Copeland allegedly said, namely that he would confess to being responsible for the murder of Thomas, or that the judge and prosecutor allegedly pressured him in that meeting to testify or face jail time. The defense said
that's what, I mean, nobody pressured him to do anything. He already gave it up in an interview. And I'm pretty sure once he had a nice little, I'm just giving my opinion. Don't take my word for it. I'm just giving my opinion. He already gave it up in the interview. You know what I'm saying? When he got interrogated, he already gave it up. But I guess when he got proper representation, he was like, no. Shut the fuck up. You got a lawyer now. Let us do the talking for you. And Brian Steele, you know what I'm saying? That's the guy right there, bro. That's the guy. If he could try to make the jurors in the room make it seem like, oh no, this man doesn't want to testify, y'all making him testify when he clearly doesn't want to. That's the type of print that Brian Steele is going with. Yo, he fighting for Young Thug. Low key, he fighting for YSL Woody too, because he's trying to say like, yo, you trying to press this nigga to testify when he don't want to. He told you he don't want to, and you saying that, well, you got to testify. And the fact that you had this meeting and he wasn't involved in the meeting, if I'm a juror, I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's working all the way, but I can see him cooking. I see why Thug hired this nigga. Low key, I might need this nigga card.
that information we should have been privy to. Now, Judge Earl Glanville only wanted to know one thing from Brian Steele.
I don't like this judge either, by the way. This nigga just seemed like he, like, not power hungry, but it just seems like he got, like, I mean, it is his courtroom, obviously. But the nigga just got, I don't know. I remember when I went, this is off topic, but I remember when I went to jury duty, it was a civil case. It wasn't nothing too crazy. It's a good experience. I advise y'all to experiment with going to jury duty. Not to send a nigga to jail, like on a like civil case or some shit like that. But anyway, long story short, the judges were usually nice. The judges are usually like cool. Like, you guys need water. You guys need, they're always making sure that the jurors are comfortable. This nigga, when the shit don't go right in his courtroom, I don't know. He just rubbed me the wrong way. He just rubbed me the wrong way. Maybe because he bald with no neck. But he just rubbed me the wrong way.
How did you find out about this? How did you find out about this meeting? Steele wouldn't give up his information. He wouldn't give up his source. He cited privilege, that doing so would violate the Georgia bar rules. And so an angry Judge Glanville held him in contempt of court. He originally was supposed to report to jail this weekend to begin a 20-day stint over the next 10 weekends, but he was granted a reprieve by the Georgia Supreme Court and won't have to go, at least for now. We actually did a whole sidebar episode on this with some really great insight from Ben Shue, the lawyer for Johnny Depp during his defamation case. I encourage everybody to check that out if you want to learn a little bit more about this issue. But back to Kenneth Copeland. Caleb Bumpus was the stand-in counsel for Copeland's regular attorney who had gone out of town. And the allegation has surfaced, and based on Judge Glanville's statements in court, he seems to suggest that she may have been the one who told Brian Steele about this ex parte meeting. Now, she and Copeland will have to appear at a show cause hearing in a couple of weeks to determine if they should be held in contempt of court. Well, after all of this chaos surrounding the ex parte meeting, Copeland decided he didn't want Miss Bumpus to represent him anymore.
Sir, Mr. Copeland, is it your desire to release your counsel at this point in time?
She fired.
No way. Yo, bro, no way. No fucking, no way. No. No. Yo, this is hilarious. Yo, this might be the funniest trial. Hands down, this is the most funniest shit. Look how she looking at this nigga like, nigga, what? So wait, he gonna represent himself? Oh, nah, this is hilarious. Nah, this is hilarious.
She's fired? Okay.
But according to Miss Bumpus, she had already been fired before Copeland even testified. As you can see, this trial has been one surprise after the next. So
now this is the most unprofessional fucking trial I think I've ever fucking this is crazy.
Now let's go back into Copeland's actual testimony. Assistant District Attorney Simone Hilton asked him to elaborate on the information that he had given to investigators during that interrogation in 2021 that I had mentioned. At the time, Copeland, a convicted felon, had been found with a gun during a traffic stop, and he was facing a 10-year sentence, but instead told the detectives about past crimes.
This is where he fucked up at, though. This is his downfall, because he gave it up in the interview. Hey, y'all can't hook my boy up. Get a nigga like some Popeyes. Y'all just gave this. Y'all, come on, brother. Come on, bro. You want somebody to snitch, but you're not gonna make sure his stomach is fed. Nigga just only gave him a water. Where the fuck is the KFC at? I don't even like K. Nah. Give him some fucking Popeyes. Give him a Chipotle bowl. Extra fucking chicken, extra steak too. Oh, that nigga gonna sing. That nigga snitched on an empty stomach in an interrogation room. That's crazy. But yeah, this is where he fucked up at, because he basically already ran his mouth in the interrogation room.
Crimes that he said were going to happen. The video, as I mentioned, was leaked online, and in it, Copeland also talks about Jeffrey Lamar Williams and how he would be willing to help get a confession from him. But a frustrated Copeland told Hilton he just told the investigators what they wanted to hear.
Did you tell myself and my colleagues, Ms. Love and others, about Little D and Shannon being in your vehicle the night on the road?
Huh?
Yesterday, did you tell myself, Ms. Love, and a few of my other colleagues that Little D and Shannon were in the car with you the night of the murder of Diamond Thomas?
I told you and them that what I told investigators in June when Nut got killed, something different, because I was trying to finesse my way out of a situation. So I said, I picked up D and Shannon. D never told me nothing. I made it up to clear myself up. And that's it.
And was that yesterday that you said that? Did you tell us that yesterday, what you just said?
You asked me to be truthful. And I didn't, and I told you. What I told the investigator back then wasn't me being truthful. So I'm telling you something that I didn't tell them because I ain't trying to go back to jail.
I got it. That actually was yesterday.
It don't matter if you still snitching. I mean, I don't know. I mean, y'all move the goalposts further and further back. Some people are saying that this nigga's the next fucking. This nigga is smart as hell. He know what he doing. He playing this system the right way. If he playing this system the right way, then all right. I shut the fuck up.
The first time you said this part, and now what you're saying today is what is truth. What you're saying right now, what you're trying to tell the jury right now, is what you are now saying is truth.
What I'm trying to tell you is our conversation was about something that I said in the past.
I understand. I'm asking you.
I asked that Mr. Copeland allowed to finish his.
Okay, all right.
I'll tell you what's up.
Mr. Copeland, you need to finish your answers?
No, I need a break, Your Honor.
Say again?
I need a break.
If you're a Godfather Part 2 fan, by the way, it's very...
It's like The Wire. When that nigga... Well, like The Wire when Omar was up testifying.
Frank Pantangeli. Michael Corleone did this. Michael Corleone did that. Sure, why not? Anybody, by the way, if you're a fan of the movie, honestly, that's not a bad impression. I encourage everybody to tell me otherwise. But anyway, so Copeland, let's go back to him. He says he doesn't remember much of what happened in that interrogation.
Do you recall what Thug said in 2015 to Kel?
Yes.
Yes, you remember what Thug said?
I don't recall what was said. I don't remember what was said. Okay. I don't remember me talking to the investigators about it.
All right. Do you remember telling Detective Gaither that when Kel got on the phone, that Thug said the beef ain't over with until you pay for my window? You shot my window.
Yes.
Yes, you remember telling Detective Gaither that?
I don't remember what I done told the police.
Okay.
I mean, if the goal is for him to be held of contempt of court and they're just gonna be like, all right, fine, if you don't want to testify, then you're going back to jail. If that's the goal that he want for himself, so he don't make it seem like he is snitch. Because let's be honest, if you snitch and these niggas ain't gonna protect you. They gonna let that nigga right back out. Yeah, once he snitch and once he cooperates and once he gives them all the information that they need to know, you on your own. So if his goal is to, if the judge be like, all right, cool, all right, I'm gonna hold you of contempt of court and I'm gonna just send you back to jail. You're not the witness that we've been looking for. Plus, Gunna don't have to testify anyway. This is supposed to be the star witness, at least with the McNutt situation. He was supposed to be the star witness. So if he not cooperating, then it's just like, does the case fall apart? Is it a mistrial? The judge is trying super hard not to get that mistrial. They've been begging and begging and begging. Yo, mistrial. Judge like, fuck that, nigga. But at the same time, this case has been drawn out for a long time. It got to speed up somehow, and if your star witness ain't cooperating, then Thug might be a free man. Thug might be free. Thug might be a free man. Because what besides this big-headed ass nigga, what other witnesses do they have? What evidence do they have? What do they have to go off of?
Let me ask you this. Are you just saying yes now to speed up your question?
Most definitely.
Okay. Are you saying yes, that's what you told Detective Gaither?
That's why she keep asking the same question. She trying to trip this nigga up so he can open up and tell, but this is the star witness, my nigga.
I know I ain't complete school, but I think I'm speaking proper English. I told you. I don't
remember.
Call nothing I said to no police. You keep sitting right here asking me the same question over and over and over and over and over. I'm tired of it. I'm drained.
Okay. Well, if you would just answer the questions properly.
He answered it. He take it. It's not the answer that you want, but it's an answer, nigga. I don't remember, nigga. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, this trial is crazy, bro. I would love to be a juror in this trial.
yes. When I say yes, you ask me the same question over and over and over and over and over.
But did you just tell the court or this jury that you're saying yes just to move the process along?
I think I said it loud and clear.
So again, will you just answer the questions and we can move the process along?
You keep asking. Okay, yes.
And while his answers were not quite what Prosecutor Hilton seemed to be looking for, from a viewer perspective, you really couldn't look away.
Did Thug ever speak with you about his relationship with Nut?
No.
Did you ever observe Thug and Nut together?
I never saw those two together.
I know the judge is fucking fuming.
Never been around those two together. No, it never crossed my mind.
So how were you able to tell Detective Gaither that Nut and Thug was cool?
I don't recall, nigga.
Because they're questioning me, and I'm trying to get them off of me, and she asked me questions about Nut and Thug, I guess, and I'm telling her whatever she asked me, let's say.
But that's still snitching, though. That's still snitching. Because if that's the point, if you want to go home so bad, just say lawyer and the question stop. Am I tripping? If you in the interrogation room, you ask for a lawyer, those questions stop immediately. That's the only thing that he fucked up on, is that he didn't ask for an attorney when they kept asking him questions.
He asked me a question about this guy. I'm gonna say, yeah, I seen this guy. It's blue. Whatever she asked me, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna agree.
Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. You gotta ask for a lawyer and all them questions stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna say whatever she asked me. If she asked me about this reporter right here, I'm gonna say, yep, she's sitting outside me with white tennis shoes on. I'm gonna say something, just because I want her to believe I'm telling her the truth. That I want her to get me out of jail.
What, she has on white tennis shoes, don't she?
Don't you got on white tennis shoes? She got on Chucks.
Right, and they white, right?
What color your shoes is?
Nah, this is fucking crazy.
She got on Chucks.
So you telling the truth?
What color your shoes is? She said they white.
White. Oh my god, yeah, this is hilarious, bro.
Right, so you're telling the truth then.
Well, it depends.
So yes, Mr. Copeland is certainly one of the more entertaining characters that we've encountered during the course of this incredible trial, which is expected to last much, much, much longer. Just as I said, jury selection alone took almost a year, and the prosecution is only partway through its list of witnesses, and we haven't even gotten to the defense's case for the 6 defendants. But before we go, we want to leave you with another few quips from Kenneth Copeland during this week on the stand.
I can recall 2014. I've been in jail so much.
So once you heard the pop, 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 do you remember what happened next?
Yeah, I turned the radio down to see was I tripping.
Okay. And once you turned the radio down to see if you were tripping, what do you remember happening next?
Bullets hit my car. I don't remember no. I don't know.
Yeah, this is hilarious.
Saying you don't remember?
And after court on Thursday, Mr. Copeland allegedly posted this on Instagram. Job, I'd seen on your application you said you never went to jail. Me, correct. I never went to jail. I was taken. Copeland is going to be back in the hot seat once again on Friday. And of course, we will have a lot of the cross-examination. So we'll be seeing more of Lil Woody in the days to come. That's all we have for you right now.
I mean, if he keep this act up and they be like, all right, nigga, we sending you to jail, and Thug don't get charged, I guess that's a dub. I don't fucking know. Let me look at the comments. Woody is a mastermind. He can't read, but he's writing a book. The irony of the judge and the prosecution pressuring Woody to snitch is, yeah, that is crazy. The judge trying to pressure that nigga to snitch, and if you don't snitch, you're gonna go to jail, is crazy. But he was already in the interrogation room snitching when he could have just asked for an attorney, so the questions could stop. I never went to jail. I was oh, nah, this is hilarious. But anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Those are the 2 most entertaining things about the YSL trial so far. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.